Alright, ladies and gents, this is Ranconian bringing you the Moonshine Cup TransAms at Longbeach. We're going to be into an hour and 15-minute race today at Longbeach with the NASCAR class. Just taking a quick look. Race start time is going to be 2 p.m. local. That's for your conditions and things. Going to be underway shortly. You can see 15 minutes, I believe, left on qualifying right now. Currently sitting on top of the leaderboard in quali is Shane 72, followed by Coast Rider 99, Twindy, Daz, Average Brad, etc. So 116 seems to be the pace. I'm unsure if we're going to be able to get down any lower than that, get into the 115s, but low 116 seems to be the fast lap for now. I'm just going to sit tight, grab a quick drink, get ready for the race. Other than that, you guys have fun, enjoy the broadcast, and have a great evening. Alright, apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. We are back now, about to go live. So we've got 6 minutes left in qualifying. As you can see, Shane's still top of the charts with 1:16.292. Looks like average Brad has gone a little bit quicker in posting a 1:16.351, and Coast Rider slides down to third. So only 9 thousandths of a second between second and third place in qualifying, with 5 minutes left to run. See how drivers are settling in. Hard slicks go to start things off, so let's have a look, see where everyone's up to. I really like this circuit, I'm going to be honest. It's tough, it's difficult. Trying to get the car turned in and then get the power down cleanly is a big challenge. This is certainly a street circuit, but it's a street circuit with a difference. I think probably the class that's most suited to racing on it is something like your Formula E, Formula Ones. A few drivers sitting in the pits think that they've put in their best lap. They're just settling, taking a break. Yeah, it really looks like the 1:16.292 is going to be our fastest lap so far. So, I'm not driving. Don't look at my car. So, 3 drivers left on circuit at the moment. With 4 minutes left in qualifying, I'd say that'd be good. Oh, somebody's coming out of the pits and going to have another crack. Let's just see who that is. Few drivers now leaving the pits. Start with Shane. He comes out, he's going to be in the blue livery. Start to try and get his tyres warmed up. Let's take a ride around the track with Shane. I'm actually very curious to see his... Where are we? Let's jump in the cockpit with him, shall we? Again, see the car's really twitchy coming out of that long set of right-handers. Works the left-hand side of the car quite heavily, as there is a lot of right-handers, a lot of weight being put in the left-hand side of the car. Who's that? I think that might be Rita. Nope, Rita's still posting laps. Who was it that was parked up? Must have moved on. Alright, anyway, back to Shane as he's going to be getting set to go for a fast lap here in a second. Canadian Banana, hello and welcome to the stream. Let me know if the audio is a little bit out, if there's any issues or whatnot. Nope, yeah, he didn't get a good enough run. Tyres haven't come up to temperature. Just another install lap, just make himself comfortable. Alright, here we go. Gonna be riding with Daz. Nope, Daz is going to the pits. Every time we try to jump on board with someone, then we get dive for the pits. Oh. Alright, finally we've got a driver. I'm actually curious to see who this is. It's gonna be Ogre. Sorry, it's going to be a cat guy, OGR, a cat guy. Down into turn 1, off the main straight, all the way back to second gear. You pick up a little bit of inside curve, not too much, and then the very tricky left-right hand combination of the roundabout. Get back on the gas, shift up a gear, and then you get 2 little right-handers. Very easy to overstep the car both through that first corner and this one. This is the important one. You want to get the car settled, turned in nicely to the right, before you get on the gas again, all the way down to the right hand side, and then turn into the left again. Same problem, they're a wide corner. Well, good to hear, Coast Rider. Welcome. Yeah, no problem, thanks man, thanks for tuning in. And then you get this nice long back straight, a little bit of time to settle down, maybe play with the brake biases. It's coming to another tricky section of the track. to the right as you're trying to slow down. To me, when I'm driving around the track, I'm actually off the power and coasting through most of that right-hander. Not trying to pick up the power, maybe 15-20% throttle at most, and then finally the big hairpin right at the back end of the track, and then all the way down the start-finish straight. It's a long run down into turn number 1. Let's see how fast he can get this thing cranked up to at the end of the main straightaway. A new fastest lap for Cat Guy. 270, just under 270. Was the fastest he got it up. Missed the apex and the turn-in point for the first turn, just slightly. And he's going to miss the apex there as well. I'd say that might be the end of his run. Only 30 seconds left. He's not going to get another chance to put a lap in. So let's see if we can grab Shane, who I believe is out. He will not get another lap in as well. So this will be his last lap. So 1:16.292 for all the drivers left on track is the time to beat. I don't think anyone's going to do it. Yeah, Shane's pulled out of it. I think he was nowhere near it. A last driver, I would say, is going to be Gundar, although someone is just coming down the start straight away now. Let's see if we can pick up who that is. Not Rita. Rita's going to the pits. Okay, so it's going to be... Again, apologies to everyone as I pick up drivers' names for the first time. So that's flat out 54. Making his way between the 90-degree complexes. Hang a left in here in taking a turn, Pine Avenue straight. Now onto Seaside Way. Bring down the long back straight into the right-hander of Firestone Turn. I think this is the most difficult corner on the track because you're trying to not brake too much, you're trying to get the car turned, and it's unsettled the whole way through. You'll be fighting with the steering wheel the whole way. And then finally, the hairpin. Can he improve upon his time? Oh, gets it out of control, steps on the gas, so there'll be no improving on that time. So, that will give us our grid for the race. So it's going to be Shano 72 leading us off from pole position. Average Brad in second place. Coast Rider 99, thank you for tuning in third position. So a 1:16.292, 1:16.351 and a 1:16.360 are your top three. So 9 thousandths of a second separate second and third position. Then back to Twindy on fourth, Gundar in fifth, Daz sixth, a Cat Guy seventh, Boosted in 8th, Roaster 9th, and Rita 10th. I believe there was a couple more. Yeah, Flat Out, Rockabilly Outlaw, and then Ignore Me, I'm not there. Alright, so that's your grid set. There is one driver just asking for an invite in the chat at the moment, so we'll see if we get up to our 13th driver. So let's take a look at quali closed. Cool, so our grid has been set. So Shane is going to be our pole position. Oh! Not sure what's going on there. That might just be me. Oh, hey! I was thinking, what the hell is going on there? Right, so it's pre-race shenanigans, my bad. Looks like a boatload of fun out there, of pre-race shenanigans. Alright, well, time to settle yourselves in. Remember, Shane on pole, Average Brad on the other position on the front row, and finally... Alright, so we're going to join in on...
Holy shit. You're coming down, you're coming down.
Oh man, I had rush, but I did it.
Yeah?
Stopped at 388.
No shit.
Yeah, thanks.
That was the shit. It's like didn't even slow down. Like,
Oh, that was a hell of a hit.
Slow.
That's awesome. It's all trying to compensate for it.
Oh! That nearly crashed my game. The whole screen. We're all stuck in the fountain.
Rita, do we have a name for this race? Is there... Fountain Cup. That makes way too much damn sense.
Dibs on crashing into the fountain first. Thanks, everyone. I don't think any of us are honestly average.
Oh, I can't wait. I don't know about you.
So what's the race called?
Rita is in no rush.
The turn one is frightful. I don't know. We've got to freaking make we got to make a parody of Let It Snow now.
What's the race called?
Yeah, no, let's not and say we didn't.
By the way, just so you're aware.
That's fine. That's fine. There's not much good for selection in these cars, unfortunately.
Hey Rita.
Super. Come on, man. Too late. Too late.
Guys, what's the race called?
The Fountain Cup. Rita, you think I got time for a quick couple of drags while you go through the...
That's good. That's
Honestly,
good. I'm gonna follow whoever's off the back. Like, sweet. I'm gonna watch your viewpoint. Watch you not take any passing opportunities at all.
Look, just look. If you go on board with me, you're guaranteed that I'll guarantee you that I'll create some entertainment at my own expense, most likely.
I just got an invite and joined it and it was the wrong person.
Joy to the world.
One second. Number 10 or 11.
I knew there was a 10 for Knew there was a 10 for an independent, I just didn't know which class it was.
Let's go for 11. Oh wait, he's an 11, isn't he? Yeah, let's go for 10.
The whole lot of us.
Just announced you're coming up the pits.
Just one thing. Yeah. Just one other thing, Rita, can I mention, please? Just with the reset, if you're on your roof and you got your track map on, if there's a car behind you, like in the track map, and he's coming towards you, don't reset until they pass. Just, that's a good way to, so you're not going to interfere with anyone.
Kind of
If it's
piggybacking
helpful.
off what Rita said as far as crashes goes. On top of that, you know, I mean, it's going to be tight quarters. These things are slippy, slidey. Just there's going to be a lot of rubbing. There's going to be a lot of leaning on each other. Like I said in the qual room, don't take advantage of it, but at the same time,
Don't rub me.
take things with a grain of salt because it's going to be very close quarters.
And I'm taking it easy on the start, so I won't be dive on. You know, I break early too, everyone. So.
Yeah, the only other thing I was going to say is, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Good enough. All right, let's do it.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys. I'll catch us on the other side. Yeah, will do, will do. Alright, ladies and gentle folk. Like you just heard me say, it is time to start your engines. We are heading to Longbeach for the TransAm Cup. This is the Fountain Cup as part of the Moonshine series. 1 hour and 15 minutes is going to be our race distance for this evening. Just going to... mute myself. Okay. Alright, so getting ready to go green. Everyone's just sort of setting themselves up. There's going to be a strategy stop at the end of the first lap, just so that everyone can get themselves set up for the race. So 1 hour, 15 minutes, 6 caution periods, 3 for the start of the race, 3 for the back end of the race. Rubbing is racing. It is going to be incredibly hard to get these cars around the circuit, so there's going to be a fair bit of leniency in terms of things this evening. Other than that, good, best of luck to all our competitors. About 40 seconds away from race start. Drivers just start to get themselves set up. If you like anything that you do see here, or there's something you think that could be improved on, please don't hesitate to mention. Always looking for ways to improve the quality of the entertainment. Alright, well, here's our grid, so let's get ready. And we're green! Away we go! Daz moves into first. Oh, sorry, obviously. I get a little excited when we go green. Always forget about the strategy stops. So, everything is getting us set, getting ourselves underway. So if you're new to the stream, please submit your likes, your follows, and share it amongst your friends as well. So Steve will actually be, sorry, Shane will be leading us away. Shane qualified on pole with a 1:16.292. Second position was Average Brad with a 1:16.351. Third position was at 1:16.360, so 9 thousandths of a second between second and third. As everyone gets ready to come in, do their strategy stop, change over. Here we go, diving into the pits now, so... no speed limit set on the pits. So everyone's going to get, I believe, their softs on. Getting ourselves set up, so we'll be going green at the end of this first lap. So start to see our drivers sort themselves out into their grid order. So you can see Shane leaving us away, Average Brad in 2. Was Coast Rider. Was Coast Rider in third with the 1:16.360. 20 does sound like, from memory, was in fifth. Guntar was, sorry, 20 and fourth. Guntar in fifth. I believe we're getting close to our order now, so... as soon as we're all up together... Ah, that's me, set up in the pits. Seeing why there was a car in the pits in blue. So Rita was... So most of our drivers have organised themselves up now, so all in behind Shane. Coming down Seaside Way towards Firestone Turn. Drivers just about organised themselves up now. Under Shane's control, getting ready to go green. All our drivers now in queue. So let's take a pick towards the midfield. Let's grab Boosted. And the number 21 Arbet Mustang. Gonna follow him round to go green. Shane rounds the final turn. Got to be under his control from now on. Best of luck, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. With 1 minute, 1 hour and 10 minutes on the clock, we go green and we're away and racing. Booster gets away nice and cleanly. Shane's clean out the front. Seconds, Brad. There doesn't seem to be much fighting for position. It's going to be a scramble into the first turn. Gunter looks to go down the inside. Oh, somebody lost under brakes. I'm not sure who that was that flew around the outside but lost a lot of position. So it was Average Brad. Average Brad has flipped all the way towards the rear of the field. We might have a caution here on our very first lap. Very difficult to get these cars turned into the first couple turns, especially into the fountain turn. OTR Cat Guy doing quite well. Under caution yet? Doesn't appear to be so. So it's going to be Shane that's leading us away. Just trying to pick up if the caution's active. Yeah, it is, and they have activated caution. So, all right, let's take a look at our adjusted timing. So Shane still leads us around, but second and third have been relegated right towards the rear of the field. Twindy is going to be in second position. Daz has moved all the way up to thirds from about 6th, 7th place start. A Cat Guy is doing quite well as well. Boosted, moving up. Rita's come a long way up. She was about 10th. Brad dropping from second on the grid all the way back to 10th position. What happened to Coast Rider? Yeah, Coast Rider's gone even further back from third in the grid all the way down to 12th. So a lot of chopping and changing on that first lap. We always knew that first was going to be tight, was going to be difficult to get the cars turned in. During the driver's briefing was mentioned that they are quite a loose car, quite difficult to get turned in. But we're about getting set, ready to go racing once again. So let's jump into... see if we can't get a chase cam up. That's what I was looking for. Well, apparently I'm not going to be able to get changes. Not set up and ready to go racing yet, so we're going to have another lap under the caution period. What's that turned around down the back there? Got themselves sorted out now, flat outs. Managed to get himself righted. Unfortunately, the camera is not all that clean on this game. So Shane still leading us away from Twindle. Daz in third. A Cat Guy in fourth. I'm Boosted in fifth. Sixth place. Sorry if I mess up names. I'm gonna need them. Seventh was Rita. So it's Roaster 236 that is in sixth position. Rockabilly Outlaw in eighth. Average Brad 9th. So Flat Out, I think Flat Out's gonna... not sure what's going on there with where Flat Out's ended up out of, at the end of things, but... such is life. Alright, so... we're gonna go green at the end of this lap. Front tyres on most people's cars are pretty much gone stone cold. Post Rider's pretty much cold across the board. So it's going to be even worse, I think, this time to come down and go green. Let's get to a chase cam. I think this is probably going to be the best spot to watch things unfold. Alright, so keep your eyes towards the front of things. As soon as Shane crosses that start-finish line, we'll be underway once again. Hour and 5. Get ready to rumble. And we're green, and away we go. Everyone seems to get away nice and cleanly from the front couple rows. Rita drops back a car length and a half now. Looking for who's going to go around the outside. A cat guy seems to be looking for Daz. Gets collided, punched into the wall. Unfortunately, that is racing. So Twindle and Brad are going to be... Oh, sorry, Twindle and Shane away at the front. Daz is a couple seconds adrift down to the third. I'm Boosted's managed to make up the position at the start as well. Really wide there, coming off that right-hander from Daz. And that allowed I'm Boosted to really start to creep up onto the back of him. Might be going back at a caution. Yeah, we are definitely back under caution. So, we've had 2 attempts so far to start, and immediately 2 attempts have turned into caution. So 1 caution remaining in the first half an hour of the race. It's going to be a long race at this rate. Average Brad is again dropped down into the back of the pack. So, unfortunately, that's life for Brad. Settling in, save himself some fuel. Brad's gone light on fuel, only 93 litres. Everyone else is up around the 112 to 114 mark. 113 seems to be the average. 66 litres on board for Rita. She's gone even lighter. She might actually have to have a stop in the middle of the race. 92 for Boosted. Pretty much most drivers going for the full tank of fuel. And we're away again. So Shane leads us away. Twindy is going to be in behind him. Daz, they're all much closer this time around. Roasted's right there as well. Sorry, Boosted and Roasted in behind him. Split things around. Daz trying to go around the outside of Twindy. Does so successfully. Rubs the rule a little bit on the exit. Now they're going to look to go back towards the right. And they get away semi-cleanly. Roasted clouts the wall on the left-hand side. A cat guy right under his rear wing. So, nice and tight. Twindy trying to go with Shane. It's going to be close, I think, at the top if these two stay together. Daz has dropped at least a second and a half off the rear wing of Twindy. So, it's going to be a fight on for third position. And Boosted trying to get the car turned in. Clouts the wall on the inside. No good turn in for him. That allows Daz to get away a few car lengths. Now Roaster trying to stick with, and we've got another caution period. Somebody else has spun once again. And it's going to be Rockabilly Outlaw sent to the back of the grid. Alright, well we're now green racing right the way through to the halfway point. At such time, we'll then have 3 further cautions available. And with tyres cold across the board, it's something that's kind of been expected. So I think we're going to go green. Yeah, I believe Rockabilly's caught up on the back. Just waiting on him. Yeah, there he is. So, again, cold tyres across the board. Flat Out's got some nice warm tyres, so he's looking the best. Who else is good in terms of tyre quality? A Cat Guy's alright. And we're racing once again. Shane leads us away. So, Twindy going to go with him once again. Daz gets away nice and cleanly as well. Boosted falls a little bit back. And they jump on the brakes. Boosted seems a little bit more confident on the brakes into turn 1 than Daz was. Daz clouts the wall on the right-hand side. He's going to drop back 3 positions. All the way down into 6th. Shane manages to get away cleanly once again. Twindy still trying to go with him. Right under that rear wing. working those rear tyres hard, trying to control the amount of throttle input given to the car. Now it's going to be boosted. That picks up third position. He's going to try and go with Twindy. Already second, the gap that's built from Twindy over boosted. So Roasted's going to try and go with him. Sixth place, we throw back to Daz. It's all over the rear wing of a cat guy. Guntar's with Daz, looking down the inside as they come along the Sunshine Way straight. Yes! Slides himself up to sixth position. That's a really good move. Set himself up well for that one. Rita's fallen a fair bit away. Average Brad making some nice ground. He's made up 3 positions in that first lap under green on his own. And finally we get nearly a full lap. Green flat out had a spin on his own. He's going to be the only one that's affected by the first full lap of green and the lack of cautions. Rockabilly rounds us out in number 11. So let's throw it back up to the front of the field. Shane gets turned into turn number 1 really nicely. Twindy's still going with him. So we've got a race on our hands for the victory tonight. Look at the tyre temperatures for Twindy. He's really working those Bridgestones hard. Trying to stay with Shane, not overcommit. Boosted's done a really nice job to earn himself up to third place. He's working his tyres quite hard as well. And Roasted's dropped a little bit away from him, so about a second the gap there. Throw it back to a cat guy. Guntar and Daz. Daz starting to fall away a little bit off the rear of Guntar. Gets on the throttle a little bit too aggressively coming out of the first left-hander there. And Rita's under attack from Average Brad. Average is trying to find a clean way past. Gets into the rear wing. Taps it just a little bit. Unsettles his car. And Coast Rider unable to go with them at this point in time. Made his way up to 10th. Flat out's a long way back in 12th now. He's just got to look to be nice and consistent and hope for a few mistakes from the lead drivers. So, lap number 8 now complete. Moving on to lap number 9. Best lap so far, 1:17.5 is Shane out in front. Now a second back is Twindy, so something's happened there and he's fallen a few positions down the order. Boosted has fallen about a second and a half away from the rear of his car as well. And Roasted's still trying to go with him, not quite able to do so. So I think the battle for us now is going to be on 4th through to 6th. Guntar's there, Daz is with Guntar. Average Brad's found his way through past Rita, so nice move there. And now he's going to go on the hunt for Daz. So we might just stick with Average Brad for a little bit of time. Watch him try and climb his way through the field. So he comes down at a Bridgestone, I believe it's Bridgestone corner. Around the left-hander. And the right that leads us onto the main back straight away. So down Seaside Way, sorry, it's Takati turn, that's the left-hander to come onto Pine Avenue, and then Seaside Way, we're coming into Firestone turn. Here now for Brad. So I think this is probably going to be the best place to watch because he's got 4 seconds to climb back to Daz, but Daz has made a mistake. He's lost a few seconds there. There's going to be a fair bit of fighting on. Flat out's made another spin at the rear of the field. So gets himself going again. Shane now has broken away by a reasonable bit of time. Some 5 seconds now. So Twindy's had a spin. Twindy's slid down the order as well. Roaster has moved his way up into 2nd position. So Boosted has had a spin as well. Boosted has slid all the way down to 8th position. And Brad has made that position up as well. So now Brad's starting to close back in on the rear wing of Daz. He's made a fair bit of work there. 2 seconds he's already cut down out of that margin. Guntar, Roasted and Daz. Sorry, Guntar, Cat Guy, Twindy! Twindy, was that Twindy in the wall? I think it was. Twindy was in the wall trying to go around the outside of Guntar. Didn't come off for him. And a Cat Guy, this is our battle pack to watch, and certainly the next lap, lap and a half. Cat Guy goes a little bit wide and slides all the way from 3rd, all the way back down to 5th. Now he's under attack from Twindy. Twindy slides down the inside of him. He's going to get a real good run onto the straightaway. So Roaster starting to lead them away from Guntar in 3rd. Twindy in 4th. and a cat guy trying to stick on his rear wing. Get a nice draft, follow them down the straight. What's going to happen into turn one? Who's going to go late onto the brakes? It's Twindy. Twindy looking to go down the inside of Daz. Doesn't quite find the room. Nearly overshot it. Nearly tapped him on the rear wing. Just a little hello. How you going? Here I am. I'm coming for you. They both hit the wall. Pretty much everyone hitting the wall at the exit of the first right-hander in the double right-handed complex. Now they come down to the Kakadee turn, which will be the first of our left-handers down Pine Avenue and onto Seaside Way. So Twindy still looking to stick with Guntar, and I believe that, yeah, they've now made a little bit of ground up onto the back of Roaster. So what was a battle pack for third through to sixth is now a battle pack for second through to fifth. Sorry, second through to fourth. Another little battle pack behind them. So Roaster is going to have to make way as Guntar slices up in the green and black livery. Oh, a little bit of a touch there. And he's going to give the position back. That's real nice racing. So Twindy got a little bit unsettled by Roaster. Roaster now slides back in and he's getting assaulted by a cat guy. Daz is there with him, and Average Brad has now made his way onto the back of this battle pack. Come down the straight. So we've only been green for about 10 minutes, but there's been a lot of action so far. Flat Out is a distant 12th position, working away. It's going to be Rockabilly in 11th. Coaster in 10th. I'm Boosted in 9th. Had a great run early, was all the way up into 3rd position, slid all the way back. Then it's Rita in 8th. So I think Boosted and Rita are close together as Boosted nearly climbs his way into the fountain. I think it was pressing the drink button a little bit too hard on that one. Anyway, moving our way back forward once again. So keep your eyes on Guntar. Guntar's got himself a second lead, but Shane is clean. He's away with a clean pair of heels in front. So Guntar to Twindy. Roaster. A cat guy. An Average Brad has managed to get past Daz. Daz has had a few impacts with the wall, and he's starting to slide a little bit further away from the back of this battle pack, which is not good for Brad, because Brad took some time to get around him cleanly, and unfortunately has suffered with a little bit of time lost to a cat guy and Roaster. Cat guy gets into the rear of Roaster, puts him into the wall, loses a little bit of a run onto the straights. So Brad now is going to have a bit of momentum, humping them down to the first corner once again. Twindy and Guntar still going at it. Guntar's pulled away just a little bit, but Twindy's still going with him. Roaster now has a cat guy pretty much on his rear axle, and Average Brad still trying to go with the both of them. Daz is there as well. Rita and Boosted are still going at it quite comfortably as well. Coast Rider's just looking to build some consistency. Still hasn't been able to bring his tyres up to temperature, so he might be having a little bit of problem with tyre pressures there. But anyway, throwing it back towards our lead group. Guntar's now bolted. He's got himself a 2.5-3 second buffer over Twindy. Twindy, Roaster, a cat guy, an Average Brad on a cat guy's rear wheel. So Brad's starting to look racy. Let's throw it into his cockpit for a lap around the Longbeach circuit. See how difficult it is to get these things to turn and get them straight. Too much power coming out of the hairpin. Steps the car sideways. Whacks the wall on the left-hand side. Runs it all the way down the front straight. Bridgestone straight into the left-hander at the end. Great opportunity for overtaking there, as long as you don't pick up too much curb, too much throttle, and then into the fountain, roundabout, back to the right. Very difficult to turn the car properly through there. A lot of understeer in these cars. Brad's close to his best lap so far. Plus 0.183 of a second in the first split. Backs it off, down a couple gears, into the left-hander that's taking a turn. Gonna look for an overtake. It's reasonable drive off the turn. Now on a Seaside Way. He's got to run here onto a cat guy. He's on the outside of him. Just want to have a look to the inside. Yep, he's going to take him. Does he outbrake him? And Roaster clouts the wall at the end of Seaside Way Straight. So Brad makes up a couple positions there. Now he's going to go hard charging after Twindy. Twindy was staying with Shane for the first part of the race, was able to go with him until he made a couple mistakes, slid a little bit down, so a second down on best lap time there for Brad, and that is a lap of Longbeach. Really good job getting the car turned into corner number 1. 2, 3 is a really difficult turn. Really struggle to get the car turned in there. Oh, someone's had a little bit of an accident up ahead. Is that Twindy? Yeah, it is Twindy. So Twindy comes back to Brad a little bit. Now who's going to get the run down Seaside Way Straight? Brad looks to get the car out, pick up some clean air. Not looking for the slipstream. Going to try and pick up his braking markers nice and early. They both get the cars turned in nice and cleanly. I'm actually really curious to follow Rita around and see how she's doing for fuel. Down to 45 litres, so she's going to be pushing herself. She's got to spend less than a litre a minute. She's going to have to make a stop at some point. She got the softs on? She does not have the softs on. That might have been worth it. Shane is now clear by about 10 seconds it is over Guntar in second as Guntar makes his way past the lap flat out. Twindy gets it turned in at the fountain. Brad just behind him. I think Brad might have the right strategy. Brad's up on his first sector time. Twindy rubbing the wall all the way between, I believe that's 4 and 5. Whoa, touch on the wall on the inside, and Twindy is going to have to say goodbye, Brad. Oh, stays with him. Well done. So someone spun who's sliding down the outer. Oh, big cloud from Twindy into the rear of Brad. So, looks like Roaster's slid a long way down the order. Something major happened to him there, because I saw all the overtake bringing everyone back up. So, pulls out for the draft, because Brad does not want Twindy getting a run on him. Guntar's now only just ahead of them. Yeah, that's Guntar they're looking at, so they're starting to hunt him down. We got a race on our hands for second through fourth. Give it up on Shane though, Shane's just gone. So 48 minutes is the time left to run. So right now the drivers just thinking about getting themselves nice and consistent. So Brad stepped the rear of the car out quite heavily, coming off Tekety turn. Oh, runs into the wall on the exit there, heading onto Seaside Way. Twindy still gets the worst run. Have a look at Guntar, really struggling for understeer. Car's pushing a lot. Shane down into turn number 1. So he is nearly the full length of the Bridgestone straight. Guntar has earned himself now a 7-second reprieve over Brad and Twindy, so something's happened between them. Well, Guntar's just stepped it up a notch. Alright, let's throw it back to a cat guy. Make some lap traffic. So I think that must be flat out just behind them, but it's going to be Daz and a cat guy. Rita's a long way down in 7th, 40 seconds behind our leader now. Coaster's starting to make some ground back up onto her. Boosted's made another mistake and he's slid down a spot. So that's Coast Rider. Coast Rider there in 8th. Roaster in 10th, and Rockabilly in 11th. Doing a real good job, all of these drivers out there today. One of the most difficult cars to get driven around the Longbeach circuit. Take a quick look in at this stage, probably a perfect opportunity to look at our timing screen. See what lap times are doing. So Shane a 119 last time pass, 117 the best for him, only one of our drivers in the 117s. 118, 505 for Guntar. Twindy and Brad both quicker than him, as average Brad now breaks into the 117 barrier. So that's a quick lap from him, so he's going to look to go hunting now for Guntar. There's 4 drivers also in the 118s, 5 drivers in the 118s. I believe Booster might have just put one in there. Coast Rider, best lap is a 120. Someone, who was that down the escape road? Oh, no. And I've just lost the broadcast. Who put me in charge of broadcasts? I'll see if we can get it back. Oh my word, that was well done. Alright, good news is we have managed to get it back. Oh, that's a good one. Oh Lord. So I hope nothing's exciting's happened in our short commercial break. That's what this was. Oh, technical difficulties. Rockabilly's still struggling with the car. Oh Lord. Let's pick up Shane. Shane's made a mistake. I thought it might have been Shane that was sitting down the escape road. He's now only 6 seconds over Guntar, so Guntar will be in the back of this shot here in a second. No, 15 seconds? 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Oh, who knows? Timing, stop giving us wacky numbers. Guntar into the main straightaway, average Brad's there. So Twindy's fallen off the rear of Brad now, so he's got himself a nice little buffer. So there was a couple of drivers there to just set yourself. Don't necessarily worry about driving too fast. 40 minutes left, just hold your position. There's likely to be a caution in the second half of the race. That's where you need to attack. Let's talk about tyres and fuels. 81 litres, 79 litres for a cat guy, 60 litres for average Brad. So I think he might need to start lifting and coasting just a little bit. 81 litres for Shane out front. So there's a few drivers. Most of our drivers started with the full 120 litres on board. Brad was one that didn't. Rita didn't. She's got 33 litres on board. Yeah, so that's her making her stop now. So she's greatly underestimated everything in terms of fuel numbers. Paying the price for it. Oh, he's in the wall there. Coast Rider in the wall at turn number 1. Oh, that's a long period of time for Rita to be sitting still. What's going on there? She must be away. Alright, so let's try and pick up where the next battle pack is. I think it might be a cat guy, and Daz Boosted managed to make his way back up to 7th. Alright, so it's a little bit of a holding pattern right now, and that's kind of what you got to expect at some periods throughout the race. It's not about speed right now, it's just about consistency, just holding your place, no mistakes. And if they are mistakes, keep them little, keep them clean. Daz and a cat guy. Red and white, the black and green liveries. Coast Riders come in. Well, that's not for fuel, it's not for tyres. It's just to do burnouts in the pits. Good move, good move. I approve. Alright, so Gunter. Let's take another look back at our timing screen actually. I want to have a look. We're just analysing laps. Let's not press circle this time and go back to manual. So 1:17.5, still the fastest for Shane. Hasn't gone back near that. Low 1:18 on the last time around. Brad 18.2. So he's near his fastest lap. The rest of the field not lapping in the 1:18s. Rockabilly Outlaw has actually been passed by Flat Out, so Flat Out will move himself one place up the order. Alright, so thinking to the timing screen. Don't forget, this is on the PlayStation 4, if you're enjoying what you're seeing here. Hit up any of the guys, myself included, for the International Sim Racing League. If you want to join in, races right throughout the week. Starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we just moved away from daylight savings. Gunter struggles to get the car turned in there. Yeah, so if you want to participate, you can see everyone right throughout the grid. There's drivers of all different ability levels that are actually participating, so I'd strongly recommend. Some of the most fun I've had racing is certainly in organised events like this. Because they are just that, penalties can be imposed, there's points going towards something. At the end of the season, you crown yourself a winner. Also multiple series is racing, the V8 Supercars and the Outback Cup. I believe there's the Beetle Cup as well, Formula 1, Formula 2 style cars. So if you're into a whole host of different things, GT style cars and the NASCARs as well. Something for everybody. So who's Twinkie racing with? What happened to our track map? Let's get our track map back up. Okay, so it's a lapped car that's in behind Twinkie. That had me concerned for a moment. We weren't tracking somebody properly on our timing screen. Daz comes down at Seaside Way now. So where is our best battle? Let's pick up our leader, Shane, coming down into, I believe this is Tekity turn. Gonzalez in second. He's about to head down into Tekity turn. Average Brad in the background gets all out of control. We'll say goodbye to Rockabilly Outlaw as he leaves us for the evening. Windy a fair way back. Those guys, Cat Guy. Running behind Rita the lap car. Daz is a fair way off the back now. Boosted along distant 7th place. So yeah, we are certainly in that holding phase of the race. Roaster's not anywhere near him. Coast Rider. So it's Coast Rider hanging with Twindy. In 10th, Flat Out in 11th. Alright, so see order things. All lapping about the same, Shane, Gunter and Average Brad, so not much of a gap difference forming lap to lap. Everyone else is above the 120, so that might be a little bit of tyre wear, a little bit of tyre overheating. A little bit of mistakes starting to creep in. now past halfway through our hour and 15-minute race here at Longbeach. Lap 26 complete. Shane. Not far up, yeah. Towards the back of the circuit, about to start lap number 27. So 27 laps in, what's that, 45 minutes or so? 40 minutes? Not too bad, including all three of our early caution periods. Guntar's doing well just to build some consistency. Brad now only 3 seconds adrift of Guntar. So things starting to tighten up there. Twindy would be settled. Twindy would be just worried about just lapping, putting the laps in, hold on to 4th place, wait for another caution, we'll attack then. Cat Guy would be the same. Daz. And the guys with most to gain out of all this is going to be Boosted, Roaster, Coasted, I think. All the guys still on the lead lap. Sorry, Coaster's not on the lead lap anymore. Roaster comes through the pits. Shane starting to creep up on the bow lap drivers. Hope that he gets out of the way nice and cleanly. It's not full position, buddy. Just let it go. And does so. Parts way. So Guntar throws down his new fastest lap of 1:18.116 just recently. So let's get our timing screen back up once again. Close. Guntar's last time around was a 1:19, which is the first time we've seen him do one of those for a fair while. And Brad was still in the 1:18. So Brad was the only driver in the 1:18s last time passed. It's about to come through once again. So Guntar last time through was 1:18.818 and Brad 1:18.919. So 1:01 the gap change on that lap in favour of Guntar. It's about the only battle pack we've got currently going. That's more just gap management, it's not even battle pack at this point in time. Let's see if we can't pick up Brad in the back of shot of Guntar. That is him, so he is closing. He is closing just a little bit. How much in it now? Guntar's next to deal with lapped traffic. It's those lovely V8s coming down Seaside Way straight. Gets it turned in nice and cleanly. Off on a Bridgestone straight. Let's get that speedo up. Let's take a look at what speed he's getting up to. And pulls out of the way. It's a really good job by our lap traffic there, just getting out of the way right at the right times. Not getting out of the way too early, not too late. As soon as they're right on the rear wing, I need to get through. So great job there. Good, fair racing. A little bit out of control that time through was Guntar. Was that Brad in the wall? No, it was the lap car. So Brad's starting to make some more time up. Another 0.2 of a second taken out of Guntar on the last lap. It looks like he might make another 0.2, 0.3 of a second this lap. So, over an extended green period, there's a chance here that we might have a little bit of a battle between Brad and Guntar. Just trying to keep an eye on the gaps as well. It looks like Daz has started to catch up towards the Cat Guy a little bit, so we might have a fight on our hands there. Brad got off the last corner quite poorly that time through, but still 0.3 of a second faster than Guntar, so he's coming. Question is, by how much? How long is it going to take? Are we going to get to see these drivers go head-to-head before we see a caution? Shane coming down Seaside Straight, gets up to just under 240 before he breaks from fourth gear back down to second. Car turned in nice and cleanly. A little bit of understeer coming through Indy turn there. Finally with the hairpin down the main straight from 75, 80 kilometers an hour all the way up to 270 kilometers an hour at the end of the main straight. What's his fastest speed this time through? Way up to fifth gear, yeah, 267 is what I saw. 15 seconds remain before we get 3 more cautions active. How long before we see our first one? Ooh, Brad loses a second, nearly a second that lap to Gunter, so the gap resets itself. Just making ground, making ground, making ground. And goodbye for the rest of the evening to Flat Out. Thank you for joining us. Just looking to be nice and clean here. Right now is Gunter. Clean and consistent. We'll get the job done from here on in. Still in the background of that shot, so he's not giving away anything too much. Bridgestone straight. Brad goes diving to the pits. What's going on there? Did he undershoot his fuel mark? He has, and he's opted to go for the early pit stop just to fix that up. That's not the worst decision ever. How much fuel are we going to see him take on? There's 12 litres in the tank. Is he going to lose time back to Twindle? There's only 12 litres. Twindy's coming through, so he's going to lose time to Twindy. Twindy's going to take him. So, undershooting the fuel mark. Trying to do something a little bit better on strategy-wise has really hurt average Brad. Now he's right on about the same bit of money fuel-wise as Daz. So let's see. It's going to be on here. Twindy and Brad are going to have their chance to go at it once again. Twindy gets off a little bit sideways, coming off turn number 4. Come down into Tekity turn. And Brad is really closing. Hangs it out to the right, the left-hand side of the screen, a little bit longer. Gets off cleanly into the wall. Coming off that turn there is Twindy. Brad's going to go for it. He's got the drag. He's beside him. Coming down the straightaway. He's got the lead on the timing screen, but he gets out of it a little bit earlier to try and make room for them both side by side. This is great racing. But Brad manages to hang on to it. Twindy's still got a window to get back up in the inside here. Goes wide in the final corner. He's going to have a really good run at him down the end of the straightaway here. Might go for a late braking maneuver into turn number 1. So, Brad manages to pick up the place once again, but now in the draft is Twindy. I don't think he's close enough. As they come down into turn number 1. Looking for the late braking opportunity. It's not there. He's going to have to settle in behind Brad. Is he going to be able to stick with him? So far, yes. Goes a little bit deeper into the fountain turn. Loses half a car length, a full car length. Brad's up on his fastest lap as well, so consistency right when he needed it. Gets a little bit of oversteer coming off that last right-hander, heading down into Tekity turn. And Brad's done him, gets past Twindy nice and cleanly, and gets away as well. Great racing from both drivers there, gave each other racing room, didn't try to fight for it too hard, was Twindy. Whoa, a little bit out of control into both walls. But Brad Brad is on a flyer. Could we see our fastest lap of the race right here? He was only a couple hundredths of a second. 400ths? I think it was a couple tenths actually. Couple tenths of a second off Shane's fastest lap. So let's see if he can pick it up. Nice and clean off the last turn. And he does. He goes fastest, nearly into the 116s, 117.004. Boosted, I believe, was the other driver that was on the alternate strategy, tried to undercut with fuel and it didn't work for him. So let's see if Brad can go faster again. This time he doesn't have to make an overtaking move and make it stick. He got off the last turn nice and cleanly. And he's faster than the first sector. So if we get a caution, it's all to play for here. Looks nice and clean coming off the last of the right-handers. Now down into techity turn. Gets the car pulled up nice and cleanly, just under 100 kilometers at the mid-corner. Might have had a little brush with the wall there. The car is working beautifully for him. But he's down at the middle sector. So I think we're going to see another 117 lap here for Brad. But I don't think he's going to break into the 116s. Little slow coming off the last corner. Didn't quite get it turned in as best as he liked. But now he'll start to crack the throttle wide open. Yeah, 0.137. He is absolutely flying. Guntar was in the pits there as well. And Brad has done the undercut. And now he's a couple seconds clear of Guntar. He's just ahead. So he may have a race on our hands after all. 30 seconds out in front now is Shane. And Shane's turn to go to the pits. Realizes he's got that margin. And now is the best opportunity to get into the pits, take on that 12 litres or so of fuel, get back out and get clear again. So where's that bridge, Brad? And they're coming around to the Indy turn now. And Shane is away and apparently floating. Well, I can't wait to race these hover cars. Suspension took no work whatsoever. That's a good one. Let's see if he's still... Yeah, still like it. Still up on the jacks, apparently. Come in for his stop. They never let him down off the jacks, and he's going to drive away like that, apparently. Some bugs are just... They're just too good. Just gonna leave that one in. So really flying now. It's Brad, but I'm interested to see what time is Guntar gonna put in. And Guntar's got the same problem. Oh, when it works, right? Guntar's up as well. So a little bit of tire temperature might have been the issue, a little bit of overheating. So let's see what time he can put out here. He's 0.4 of a second up. Shane goes fastest in the last sector. Guntar's done the fastest sector 2 so far as well. Guntar goes faster, but not faster than Brad's fastest lap, so a 1:17.3. But he's made up half a second, basically, on that lap around. Now keep your eyes towards the front of the field, as Shane is now on his first flying lap after his pit stop. Let's see what times he can lay down. Remember in qualifying, it was a 1:16.292 that was the fastest lap by Shane. Got no idea what he's doing for traction. And he's fastest again. to that third split, so he's going faster than his own personal best. Let's see, it's going to be a low 117. How low will it be? That's clean. That's very clean. That's the best he's got turned into Indy corner. Now finally onto the hairpin. And away down the straight. Half a second faster on his fastest lap, and he'll be the first one to dive into the 116s. A great lap from Shane. He might go faster yet again this lap. So let's take a look back as Brad and Guntar start to come through for their next laps. 118 for Brad, so he's starting to slip. 118.039 for Guntar, so they are lapping neck and neck basically. It's all Guntar's, I think, to gain, and I think Brad's the one that's going to have to throw it away. I think Guntar may have been a little bit out of control coming through the first turn just then. Yeah, he's down 0.279 of a second, so 2/10 down on his fastest lap. And that was not a clean getaway off the last of the right-handers. So down to technical turn, Brad will lead Guntar. Guntar's got it all to do now. So Brad is down on his best lap as well, but much further down is Guntar, so the gap starts to build between second and third. We're priming ourselves for a great conclusion to this race. Now under 20 to go. 39 laps so far completed for Shane, sorry. Shane just jumped back into the pits again? Oh, sorry, that was the last one. So Shane went fastest in sector 3 on that last lap. My apologies, I'm reading the log wrong. Turned in nice and cleanly that time through his Guntar. And he's up to the first sector. Certainly looks close to Brad. About a second and a half is the margin. And he's making time, is Guntar on Brad. Oh, Brad gets real unsettled coming on to Seaside Way. All of a sudden, Guntar starting to look racy. And Brad's around! Guntar into him! That'll bring out the caution! Surely that'll bring out the caution! Right, so you wanted the race, you're gonna get it! Brad finally gets himself righted. And yep, that has brought out the caution, so Shane will settle and condense the field down. A little bit of tyre temperature starts to come away, and we have got ourselves a race on our hands. Just over 15 minutes to go. We've got 17 and a half. And we're priming for a big conclusion to this race. The Fountain Cup. Who gets to celebrate with donuts in the fountain? So Guntar comes into the picture. There's a lapped car in behind Shane. I have a feeling that'll be Daz. And indeed it is. So, 5 cars on the lead lap. Field starts to condense. They're not all together yet, so we might end up with another full lap and a caution. 2 seconds. Righto, so It's going to be under 15 minutes to go by the time we finally go green. And we've got 3 floating cars at the front of our grid, so it's about to get exciting. It still gets me. It still gets me. Coming out of the last turn. Our 2 back markers, and they're not close enough, so there'll be 1 more lap of caution period. So it'll be under 15 minutes to go when we go green once again. 2 cautions left in this race, and remember, the first 2 times we attempted to go green, they immediately reset and went for another caution. So fuel scenarios. 40 litres on board for Shane, 35 for Gunter, Brad at 37, he's had to make a stop, put on some fuel. 36 in the tank, 44 for a cat guy, so he's carried fuel quite well. Daz has been clean on fuel as well. Boosters there. Roaster coasted, and Rita rounds us out with the most fuel of anyone, so she's going to have the biggest issues trying to turn the car into someone's around. I wonder who that was that was around. Oh. Alright, the tyres have really cooled off. Shane's have gone cold. Brad is still reasonably green on the rear. Same with the cat guy. Cat guy is reasonably green, so he might have the best jump of the lot of them. So it's coasted. That was around. Should catch us up by the time we get to the line. So I have a feeling we're going to go green this lap. We're going to be under 14 minutes left to run. 2 more caution periods left. Will the race be decided under caution? A lot of questions that need answers, and we're about to find out. Will they go green this time through? Someone diving away to the pits there was Twindy and a cat guy, both yet to do their stops, so they went diving for it. Not the worst time to go either. So we're going to do 1 more circuit under caution. Cat guy's got nothing to lose. Now the only thing that we will lose is track position in terms of the order of the flags. Everyone is going to be stone cold on tyres now. Apparently not Twindy and Cat Guy. Apparently that's what pit stops with the new tyres. Rita decided to go to the box as well, so she should be good to go racing. So there's a fair few battles. Coast just sent me a few messages. He had to get his mum to drive. He needed to run to the bathroom. Stick her back in. Let her drive the last few laps. There's 10 minutes to go. Let her have some fun. We're mostly floating cars now. What are we? 3 cars on the ground? So Brad. There's 2 cars behind Brad, but I don't know who they are. We'll pick them up as we go green. Ah, so we've got 7 cars floating around the track. going green this lap with just over 11 minutes left to run. So Shane will lead us away. Second will be Gunter, but there's a lapped car between him and Shane, which is Daz. Brad in third. I believe Twindy is towards the rear of the grid, so we might actually just pick him up. As we go green now, Shane's going to lead us away, so... Twindy down towards about mid-pack. How's this all going to spread out? Pretty clean and consistent. Daz trying to get out of the way. Gunter got a little bit spooked. Brad's there as well. Twindy, there's a lot of argy-bargy going through the fountain turn this time around. So Gunter, did Gunter get through? Gunter did get through, so it was, sorry, Daz that was in the way there. So Brad ends up in the wall. He's going to get a bump and run. Oh, somebody's up in the air. We're going to have another caution period. Who's that running backwards down the track? Brad went onto his side. Oh, and there are cars all over the place. This is messy. A cat guy gets promoted up to third. Right, so we go back to caution. We'll be underway once again at the end of this lap. Everyone righted themselves. We've got a couple towards the rear. So Boosted has now relegated himself down to 10. Coasted's mum, or Coasted, one of them, has improved position up to 9th position. Roaster at 8. Daz has shuffled a few cars down, in behind Rita in the order. That's the other blue car. So we'll get set once again. So Brad ends up in 5th position, all said and told as we get ready to go green once again. Brad will be the one I think to watch this time because he's going to make his way through. Let's go from the chase cam, I think. Will be the best place to spot. So now we go green and Brad is towards the rear. I believe there might only be one guy behind him. In terms of order. Now he's going to try and pick his way through the lap traffic. All nice and clean down into turn 1. A little bit of a lock brake there. So Twindy manages to overtake Gunter and heads himself to the 2nd spot. With 8 minutes on the clock, it's tight. Well, I think we're going to use the last of our caution periods. Someone was in the wall. I think that was Coasted. So Coasted back to the rear of the grid once again. And is that going to bring out the caution? I think it has. Yeah, it has. All right, so we are green till the end of this race from now. Brad gets himself a few places up. I think we've got the right camera in here. I think this is going to be the best way to watch it, the best way to read it. In terms of lap traffic, what have we got? None. Okay, so your top 5. We've got one lapped car, which is Rita. Other than that, the top 5 are 1st to 4th on the circuit. Rita is in 5th, and then Brad is 6th on the circuit. Remember, Rita has to pull out of the way as she is the first of our lap cars. And she has all of a sudden jumped from near the rear of the field up into 7th place. Daz, everyone ahead of her. So Daz is in the mix there as well, so I've miscounted. So we've got 2 lap cars. There must be 7. I think that might be Daz right in front of her, actually. It is. So Rita and Daz are going to be fighting, and Rita gives him a touch. I'm right here. Let me through. I want to go green. Shane backs everyone up. What's he going to do in terms of going green? He's going to slow everyone down. Everyone's under his control. And then we're past the control line. Brad gets the poor getaway. Rita right on the rear wing of Daz's machine now. Might be best for Brad just to sit back here, just watch all the chaos unfold in front of him. Remember, we're going green until the end now. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left. So Rita gets out of the way. Brad's through 1. Daz is in front of him. And Daz should get out of the way here. Pulls towards the inside. Should just let this one go. Oh, he's going to fight it, and that's going to not help Brad at all. So will he let Brad go now? No, Brad's still caught up behind him, so the front four all get away nice and cleanly together. There you go, Daz lets him through now. It's not for position, Daz, let him go. We want to see what Brad's capable of doing. Brad gets tagged in the rear by Daz! That is not how you deal with lap traffic. That is not how you play as lap traffic. So now a cat guy is on 3. He's going to get 4th, I would say. But our front 4 is where the battle pack is. So time to get out of the chase cam and move back to our trackside cam. So cat guy gets promoted. Guntar got off the last corner really poorly. So that was our first full lap under green. So Shane is now a few seconds away in front. 1.5, nearly 2 seconds. Then it's a cat guy, Guntar, and Twindy. All of them are there looking for the next couple placings. All 3, Twindy into the rear of Guntar. So it is on, and it's time for rubbing his racing. That's how close this is going to be. A cat guy is near his fastest first sector of the day. What a time to set that. Remember, the tyres have cooled off, so the Shane could set this track alight right now. And Brad's day is done. Brad is at the back of the lap traffic, and the lap traffic are having their own fight, so it might be just in Brad's best interest to let them all go. Up 0.75 of a second on his fastest lap, so Cat Guy is going to go his quickest this time around. Twindy, what's happened to Twindy? Twindy and Guntar going at it head to head. A lot of bumping there. They'll come into the last corner. I think it'll be on into the braking zone for turn number 1. Twindy rubs the wall. Guntar goes with him. So what's going to happen down into 1? Twindy builds himself a margin. Guntar's going to try and go with him. Touch on the right-hand side fence. A little bit of a rub on the left. Now right up underneath the rear wing. It's on. A cat guy has just gone. He's done his first 117 of the race. Shane nearly sets his fastest lap of the race at 117. Oh! Twindy gets in the wall. Guntar gets into his rear wing. With 3 minutes on the clock, it is all to fight for. Brad could be the beneficiary of all of this and slice himself up into 3rd if these two end up in the fence. So they've got to keep it clean because they want that 3rd place. And a cat guy, he is completely gone. He's got 3 seconds over Twindy now. Shane has cleared out. What a great race he's been having. Every time they've had to restart, he's settled, he's stopped, and he's gotten away once again. Twindy really unsettled coming through Indy corner, now into the hairpin. Doesn't get a clean entry. Guntar's up the inside. Touches him a few times. It's side by side coming down the straightaway. Guntar's got the run. And he's on the inside. Coming through the sweeper. Rubs the wall a few times. Has to get out of it. Backs off. Daz is watching on from just behind them. Not close enough to go down the inside into turn number 1. So it'll be Twindy that leads this paddle pack away. And remember, this is for the final step on the podium. A cat guy is gone. He's 3 seconds up the road, and there's only 2.5 minutes left to run. So this is 3rd and 4th. It's going to take a mistake. And a big one from a cat guy to let him back into this. I think that might be Brad in the background. No, Brad is still at the back of the lap traffic. Yeah, he's just playing it cool. There's no reason for him to even try and force another mistake. Unfortunately, his day a little bit ruined by Daz trying to make his way through the back markers. But now, Twindy, what's he going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to set the track alight and go in pursuit of the cat guy? There's 3 seconds and they're under 2 minutes. So there will be this lap. And there will be one more. Sorry, there'll be 2 laps at the end of this lap left to run. Unless something major happens. So Twindy gets a little bit clear of Guntar. So he's starting to settle once again, back into his rhythms, find his braking markers. The tyres have come up to temperature. Gunter has been trying to go with him, but just a few mistakes have not let him do that. So that's the gap. You can see it there now. Oh, 20's in the wall. Gunter with him. And that might be it. That might give a cat guy all he needs. So he rubs the wall now on the exit of Tegety Turn. He'll turn right onto Seaside Way for the second last time today. And Twindy and Gunter are still going to be going at it. Gunter got big into the wall that time through. Let's keep our eyes on Shane. So Shane will start his last lap this time past. And the cat guy's got enough of a margin, so we can nearly consider that place run and done. But one mistake from Twindy here, and Gunter will be in with a shot. 8 seconds back to Brad. So we'll go to Gunter, and we'll ride on board with him for one more time around the Longbeach circuit. Let's turn the interface off. We'll ride with them. He's all over the rear axle now of Twindy. Twindy's got to keep it clean. He's got to hit all his braking markers. Misses them a little bit. Misses the apex. Gunter's got a shot. Can't quite get the traction he needs. Now he's going to look to throw it back to the right. He's got a big shot here at the end of Seaside Way Straight, and all of a sudden the cat guy starts to come back into the picture. He's had a mistake as well, but I think he's just a little bit too far for these guys. Gunter still not quite able to get the front of the car turned in. A cat guy's under assault. Twindy tries to go down the inside of him. It's a race. It's a race for the entire podium. All three of them nearly on the fence. A cat guy gets it away. Gunter tries to go with him. Sorry, that was Daz. Daz come up the inside, nearly went with them. I think it's Twindy who's been relegated to the rear of the field. Did he get away in front of Brad? I have no idea, but a cat guy threw too much caution to the wind. So your podium is going to be Shane, a cat guy, and Gunter. Twindy has got to be real upset with how that one finished. But great racing from everyone. So Twindy will get home in 4th position. Brad in 5th, Daz in 6th, and Daz really played havoc with the top end of our grid. All right, final results. Shane wins by 11 seconds back to a cat guy. Gunter 62 in 3rd, Twindy in 4th, average Brad in 5th, Daz 6th, boosted Rita, Coast Rider, and Roaster is going to be a top 10, and that's all the places. I tell you what one hell of a race there at the end. That is certainly a way to bring it home. Let's see if we can't get ourselves in with the drivers, just to have a quick word. Well, ladies and gents, that's one hell of a way to finish a race. So, yeah, that was a really good, well-run race, Shane, as well. Oh, oh my god. So Shane was the only driver to dip into the 116s during the race. There was a lot of drivers. I think there was 2 or 3 drivers that set 117 zeros. And then it was back to the high 117s, I think, for the next driver in terms of lap time.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. That was great.
Yep.
Alright, have fun, guys. Unfortunately, I won't be able to join and commentate tomorrow. I love the IndyCars, though, so...
That's fine.
Yeah, alright. Thanks a bunch, guys. Have a great weekend.